Wah, wah, wah. What's up? It's Fletch with Fletch Films. So, little update on my electric car journey. This one's going to be about my 2016 Nissan Leaf. Yeah, so the battery pack was replaced, back around, 60,000 miles or so. Yeah. And now she's got 130,000 miles on it. I've been driving a lot for work lately, and saw a dramatic reduction in range. And so, I'm gonna have to turn on my hazards here because, by the way, fast forward, I've been doing that for about 2 months practically, and she's in low power mode now. I took it down so low one day and I turned the car off downtown, turned it back on, and it's got the exclamation point in turtle mode. Basically, I'm in turtle mode. So here I am almost driving like 40 miles an hour in turtle mode right now, trying to get down to good old mossy Nissan Kearney Mesa, where I used to work at the dealership. And they're gonna plug it in, and we're gonna hope they can just refresh the computer right now, and I can just scramble and figure out what I can do. Because I was talking to the service manager, and even if I wanted to pay 5 or 6 or 7 grand, whatever it is, it's gonna be somewhere close to that for a new 40 kilowatt hour battery that would get me 150 mile range. They might not be able to even order the battery. Now, I was again talking to the other service tech. He was also a little skeptical, or me having to sign a waiver, or who knows what, about just them replacing the bad cell and bringing the whole pack back up. We'll see if I can talk Nissan into doing that. Basically, literally talk Nissan into doing that. I mean, luckily, I worked there for over 11 years. 14 years total with the company, so I've got a lot of pull. Now, the plan B is I have Conduit EV, I guess. I think they're Conduit EV, an EV place in San Marcos that does do like rebuilds of battery packs. Now, again, off the top of my head, they can do that for a song and a dance, where that's gonna be like 2 grand or somewhere 2,500, who knows? Just to replace the bad cell, bring the whole pack back up to par. And yeah, so I mean, I've got some options. I really don't want to buy a new car right now. Yeah, as most people do. I still owe like $1,700. I was like so close to paying this car off. Now, to its detriment, I mean, granted, because I worked at Nissan, frankly, I was charging for free. I mean, God bless them. That was one of the perks of me working there. I been commuting back and forth to work. Now, granted, that job was just, sales is really hard. God bless it. I learned a hell of a lot. But anyway, the car is probably paid for itself 2 times over. So that's the good news. The maintenance has been extremely low. One time I had the brake module computer go out. So, by the way, to give you an update, I mean, at least right now it still says 98%, and my mile marker still is 139 miles. So I'll try to put I don't know, I can't take a picture of that right now, but just, good news is I've just driven 6.4 miles, again, around 45 miles an hour, and at least my percentage gauge hasn't dropped that much. Now, the other day, I just drove around town a little bit, just knowing, okay, I just got to drive slow. And then, again, once I got to 50%, it drops down. So what happens is, what I've been doing the last 2 months is I can fully charge the car. It says 140 miles on the charge. Not true. And I, would be able to drive around like it was normal till I got to around 50%. And then once I get to 50%, it's like down to 10%. And then if I drive slow, or around 50 miles an hour, and then eventually it goes goes back up. If I have to hit a hill, it goes down to like nothing, like almost 5%, It's flatline, nothing. And then I just drive slow again, and it goes boop, 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 back up to 45%. So I've been able to play this little electric car Russian roulette for the past 2 months. It's getting a little old. And then, yeah, I would drive for work. I'd drive all the way down from Escondido to, like, say, National City, do my job, do whatever I gotta do, and then I'd hit a quick charger, because I was, down to nothing again. I knew it was getting crucial, and then I'd hit the quick charger. That's the only thing I had to get out of my day, and it would charge the car back up in like 15 minutes. But then, I'd get back, and I'd probably hit the quick charger sometimes again in Escondido, and just it's getting really old. So yeah, got some other options. My daughter's going, on a big trip. She's gonna be gone for 3 months, so I might be able to use her car and figure things out. I'm gonna talk to my work and possibly be able to borrow a car from them. Because in my heart of hearts, I'm just like, to me, like, this car, if I finally can do a whole new battery pack, for around $5-6 grand, to me the car is worth it. Nothing's gonna go wrong with the power steering, nothing's gonna go wrong with the motor, nothing's gonna go wrong. Everything else on the car is fine. And that's what I'm sure irks you about every other electric car owner. This has been like a big experiment, and here I am at the witching hour of the final part of the experiment. Again, I got to drive it, bought it used, and it was just that little bit of backstory too, by the way. Back in the day, if it was a 2016 and 2017 Nissan Leaf, and it had the B in the VIN number, which means it had the 40 kilowatt hour pack, which means when it was brand new, it got 107 mile range. For some reason, those packs had a really bad time. And if you lost the 4 bars, they would replace the battery pack up into 2024 for free if it had less than 100,000 miles. And so I luckily did it ahead of the curve. I quick charged my car, drove it really, really fast. I'd already lost 2 bars. I just hot boiled my car, and I lost those other 2 bars, and it was within a month or 3 weeks, we got the new battery pack in, and then I had 150 mile range for the last almost 5 years. But I'd say about 80,000 miles. I only got about 80,000 miles, and I did not quick charge my car very much. I did it on the 240 volt. So I know it's much better, not slamming the battery pack. And so I did it on the 240 volt 90% of the time. Yeah, occasionally, I'd say once a month, once every other 3 months, I'd maybe quick charge my car. And, I think I did some really good battery health stuff. Aside from the fact that I did put 80,000 miles on that pack. Otherwise, again, zero maintenance. The only other thing was that, it was about a $2,000 braking module, computer module that went out. And otherwise, it's been zero maintenance, which has been great. So it just hiccuped a little bit. I went to 95%. Again, let me look at my miles. So, I'm driving actually 56 miles an hour, 57 miles an hour in low power mode. It still shows all bars right now. So if I showed you my dashboard, I'm just gonna even try to do this. I'll delete it later. So all bars, 95%. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just drive around in low power mode for the next couple months. Probably be a little dangerous. It is definitely a little dangerous when I'm trying to get ahead of somebody. It's slow. It's like turtle. It's not good. I take that back. And I was trying to go up a hill the other day, oh my God, creeping up the hill. I thought the car was gonna stall out, or I don't know how it would stall out, but it was sketchy. I was going up a steep hill trying to get to this facility. Yeah, so I will probably add to this video. I'm gonna be at the dealership probably about another 15 minutes. I'll put another video if all of a sudden I'm at the side of the road, but so far it's looking good. I'm almost halfway through the commute to the dealership to get it diagnosed. I'm really hoping that they can just plug it in, refresh the computer, and get me out of turtle mode. Again, I'm driving at 52 miles an hour right now, and I've got a hill up here in a minute. Why not? I'll just keep on talking here and see how I get these hills. Now, that said, with this, you know, battery pack that I'm milking along, when I go up hills, if I'm near the 50% mark, it definitely it shows it. I mean, it can take the hills when everything was fine, no problem. Like, I'm in full power mode. If I'm like 90, if I'm 100% percentage to like 70%, that acts like a normal car. Everything seems normal. Everything's good. So yeah. Would I ever, you know, like just trade this one in and get a used one, 2023, 2024, 2025? I probably. I mean, I'm wanting to go to LA. It's taking this hill pretty good right now, by the way, to LA for acting. So I'd really want maybe the 215 mile range Leaf. Now those with the $4,000 credit in California, I mean, even after the credit, I think they're around like 19 grand, 18 grand, give or take. The 150 mile range unit would barely be like, maybe like 14 grand, 11 grand, somewhere. I remember what I said, but it would be a lot cheaper. And then the other part of me is just like, ah, shoot, I just finally bite the bullet and get a gas car again. But I mean, overall, again, I have to add up like how much money I've saved in gas. It's staggering. I'm at 94%, driven 14 miles. I'm really happily surprised right now in low power mode. What I've been able to do here, it hasn't been too sketchy, obviously, because I've been talking my ear off on camera. And traffic helps, and it's like, there's traffic, it's like, great, yeah, awesome, cool, I can slow down and go 30, 35, and I look like a normal person here. So yeah, by the way, subscribe to my channel. I'm almost really close to 500 subscribers. Please subscribe. Doing videos about Star Wars collectibles. I realized my electric car videos do get a lot of views, so I'm gonna still do a lot more electric car videos. I was like, oh damn, they get a lot of views and a lot of watch time, and that's why I'm doing this longer videos, so hopefully you can get some information about it, about having an older Leaf, and really trying to milk everything out of it. Oh, by the way, my 2 cents on the 2000, I would probably never ever buy like the older ones, the 2010s, the 2012s. Those battery packs have got to barely, if you're lucky, going to be getting like 30, 40 mile range, that kind of thing. For some reason, the 2015s, in my experience, had a pretty good pack, but those are probably going to be getting like around 60 mile range from my experience. I would sell them at the dealership a lot. And I mean, I've never experienced this or had one of my customers experience what I'm experiencing right now. I mean, partly because this is a replaced battery pack, and this is like a Frankenstein monster of a car, because there's probably on the planet, who knows, maybe 100 of these cars. I don't know, very few. Anyway, I'm 93%, still going on the flats, 54 miles an hour, and continue by, again, the 2015's good, 2013's maybe okay. I mean, but I know people bought them at the auctions here in San Diego for like $1,000, you know, 1,500, $2,000. you know, yeah, if you're looking for just a runner car and you're only going surface streets and you don't put it in low power mode like I put my car into, yeah, it's could be a little rough. Obviously, again, the 2016s, there's the little capacity bars. I'll try to eventually put a link to one of my videos at the end of this video when I get on my laptop that shows the bars, and if you've lost so many bars, what's good and what's bad. The capacity bars on the right side, that's how you can tell that the battery in the car is good. And some of these people have come by the dealership and I've met, and I realized they have a replaced battery pack also, like my car. But again, my capacity bars, what's weird is the computer is not, the capacity bars are not showing correctly. So that's just some sort of software thing that they didn't adapt the software with the correct capacity bars. Here I am going on the flats, clipping on around 57. Just seems about a sweet spot. And frankly, the last 2 months, me getting, you know, the most when I've had to drive from Escondido, really almost 25 miles, I've been driving like 60 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour, like kind of slow. So I get the most miles out of my car. So I'm at 92% now. The meter, the guessometer still says 139 mile range. And funny, I haven't lost any capacity bars. I mean, that quick flip image I just gave you earlier, no capacity bars lost. So, yeah, I mean, now I'm like, hey, I should just drive this car around in low power mode all the time. But again, it's just, when it's like a safety feature to be able to punch it and really get the hell out of another car's way is kind of important. Shit, I just drove past an accident, like when I was coming out of Escondido, right when I started filming this video. Anyway, I think that's about it. I will get you a recap when I get to the dealership and what kind of diagnosis, if we get a woo woo woo, you know, it just got me out of low power mode. we'll milk it along one more day, and here we go. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, the update is it's just got a bad cell. I'm gonna be talking to Parts about getting a whole module, and here we go. Okay, update, yay. They got it out of turtle mode. My car is full power again, and the game plan is, yes, a bad module. There was one showing like 200 millivolts less than all the other cells. So my service manager has got to send something to Nissan, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that they have the XYZ module on the shelf. That's going to be just somewhere between like $600 to $800 for the module, and then the labor. I'm not going to bore you to tears about that. They're definitely hooking me up on that, so I'm not going to get into the numbers on that. But even if for a regular customer, it would be affordable. And yeah, so long story short, looking to replace the module. I got to sit tight. Wait. Because I'm a electric car geek, I did call my other aftermarket shop and kind of let them know what I was doing this morning. And after talking to them, if you know anything about batteries, that it might not be a great idea. He's gonna try to match, you know, basically you don't want to put a how do I say it, a brand new, you know, battery with a bunch of medium batteries. The battery management system is gonna think that, okay, let's charge everything to full capacity now that everything can take a full load. It's just, that's the most simplest terms. So he's gonna match, like, say here's my battery management system that I can see in this module, 3,792, 3,769, 3,772, and then that's the one that's bad, 3,573. My point is that we need to, you know, and then everything else is at 3,800. I gotta see if that's really necessary to match you know, the millivolts. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more research. I'm going to double check if he even has one of these modules on the shelf. And I'm still waiting till tomorrow to see if Nissan again has one of the modules on the shelf. So right now I'm just a little bit worried that, you know, putting in a brand new module with a used pack, that I might want to use used to used, and then it'll match better. That's my point. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe. Thank you.